another Music Maker guitar video. Happy Funk Friday. I wanted to talk a little bit about Earth, Wind, and Fire chords today. I just love this chord progression. It's from like the back half of Fantasy, if you know that song. If you don't recognize this song, I highly recommend you just go listen to the Earth, Wind, and Fire record all in all. Just listen to that whole thing. It's just an amazing record. It's been a huge influence on, at least, I think, like every funk player that I play with. So go check that out. But I wanted to kind of go over the chord progression here because people always ask me, like, how do you solo better? How do you do this? And I think, I'm sorry to say it, but it comes down to playing chords better. You know, if you can play your chords better and you really have a great understanding of those chords, then you can just do like more in your soloing work and in your melodic playing because you understand the harmony a little bit better. So, yeah, let's talk about the chords. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the sheet up over here. I just wrote them down a little bit and scanned it in, but there they are. First chord is E minor 7. And I don't know if you can see it, it's a little sloppy. Sorry, it's my bad handwriting, but it's the 1 minor 7 chord. So it's like E minor 7 and it's your like 1 chord. We're in kind of a minor key for Fantasy. Right, so it's kind of like minor key, but like minor key, but not like sad. It's like minor key with hope in it, if you ask me. But that said, 1 minor chord, so it's just E minor 7. I play like a E minor bar chord. So just if anybody's wondering fret numbers, it's 7, 9, barring with my first finger to get 7. Maybe it's kind of hard to see that, but 7, 9, 7, 8, 7 again. So I'm playing that. And then what I sometimes do, like, this is maybe a little extra, but sometimes I use my pinky because it's free. You can kind of like hit those other notes that are available. Next chord, A minor 7. You can do like just a bar chord like that, and again, 5, I'm barring down, and then the only other note that you need is fret 7, fret 5 and fret 7 here. But sometimes I play fret 8, so you can get that note on top. Just depends on what you like. That works too. Anyways, I'm getting ahead, but right, A minor 7, D7. You can just play the bar chord again. That'd be like 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. I'm just playing all the 5s with my first finger, barring. What I hear in like the melody though is kind of like this chord. It's like D in the bass, and then it's a C chord, like C triad. C with D in the bass. It's kind of like a D7 sus. It doesn't really matter though. You can do either one. That sounds fine. Or you can do like a. Right, that's kind of nice too. So it just depends on like what you like. So we have 1 chord, 4 minor chord, right? And then this is where it gets kind of interesting, is on the D7. So it's like a 7 in the key of E. That's like 7, 3. What's that? 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. Right. So that's like flat 7 chord, but it kind of like serves another purpose. And so like I kind of hear this, like I hear the D and the C, that like dissonance of a minor 7, like resolving. That's like a 5 chord almost. we're not really like, this isn't the 5 chord of the key, because B would be the 5 and E. But, you know, just playing D and then hearing this like dominant 7 kind of function, that makes me hear like a little small tension, and it resolves to G. So if we think like just temporarily like pivot to the key of G major, right? If I was pretending G was 1, like D is the 5 of that. So like I'm kind of like, I see this D7 in there, and like my brain always thinks when I see a dominant chord, like, what's the purpose of this dominant chord? That's like one big thing they train you for at music school, is to just like consider that. So I see this dominant chord and I instantly go like, okay, where is it going? If it was going back to E, I would probably just leave it as a 7 on my analysis. But since I see it's going to a G, and like G is a 5th from D, that like dominant chord, it just gives you, it gives you that cadence. It gives you a natural cadence there. So I always like analyze the natural cadences that happen there too. So it's like a 5 of the key of G major, right? Because that's what I was saying. It's kind of like a minor key song. But here, like, I have a sense of like hope, right? And now I'm here on G, which is the flat 3 chord of the song. And for anybody who's interested, flat 3 in this position here would be like the relative major of this song. So like E minor and G major share the same key signature. They all have the same notes. So they're relative to each other. So kind of an interesting thing, because we kind of take it into major and then lead us back around to minor, which is why I think it's overall minor, but why also there's like that kind of, there's still joy in this like minor feel song, is because it really shifts majorly to a major key. That sounds pretty happy. Then that chord I always get asked about. This is actually G major again. Actually, let's talk about that. So, right, we had this chord, right, resolving there. So D7, you can do bar chord, you can do C triad with D, right? Either one of those work, but then resolving to G major 7. And I'm playing that as like a typical jazz shell, because I think those sound so good. You just get your root in the bass. I like that sound a lot for a lot of funk stuff. So, right? And for anybody interested in frets, 3 on the low string, then I skip the A string, 4, 4, 3. So 3, 4, 4, 3. Then this chord. That's going over on that. This chord is another G major 7, but instead of having G in the bass, this has B in the bass. So it just shifted everything. So like instead of, like this chord is like the root, 7th, 3rd, 5th. But here we have 3rd, root, 5th, 7th. It's just the same notes, but they're in a different order, and it just, I think it makes a different vibe. Right, and when we get to there, that's just C major. I really like C major 6. I'm a big fan of the chord, but you can play C major 7, the same one we played on G major, or if you wanted to do the 6th chord like me, that is root, 6th, 3rd, 5th. That's how I'm voicing it, and it's fret 8, fret 5, I'm sorry, fret 7, 8, 7, 9, 8. Skipping the A string. Then A minor, right, back to the 4 chord. This one's kind of funny. Sharp 4 diminished, right? So I'm playing, it's a diminished 7 chord, B flat, diminished 7, A sharp, diminished 7, however you want to think of that. Then root, fret 6, skip the A string again. 5, 6, 5. 6, 5, 6, 5. Then B sus. You can do that like the bar chord, and then resolve it like that, or do flat 13 like that. 7, 7, 8, 8. Skipping the A string again. Or I like to do this one because this one has the melody in it. So that's kind of a funky one, but that's 7 7 5 5. That gives you flat 9 and your sus4, and then you can do that's root and major third. So 7 7 4 4. So 7 7 5 5. Then stretch it down 7 7 4 4. And then you can also do some fun things, like you can put the flat 9 on it, or you can put your sus4 in there. Right? You can do some funky things with your stretching on that. I just encourage you to be creative about it because that's what's fun. Then the next thing, like, I didn't write this part down, but I like to like maybe sound out melodies when I do these because most of the melodies kind of live in the chords. So if you can, check this out, have some fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Leave me a comment, let me know what you want to see next. And please, if you want some more in-depth lessons, go to my website, get the free packet, sign up for more if you like. I'll see you there. That's maybe an easy way to play it. I really like this. So I like that. Right? Bye.